Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's your girl Claudia Jordan. We are back with another episode of TGIF. We're here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in the news and on social media. So don't get mad about you being in our stories. If you make yourself trend, then you're going to be on our show. You know who you are. All right, sit back, relax, and get ready to sip on this hot tea. Welcome, Al Reynolds.
Hey, what's going on, Claudia?
Hello. And welcome, Funky Dineva.
Happy Monday, everybody.
What's up, y'all?
Is y'all ever gonna let me retire this hand? Soulmates.
No.
Like, drop down in the comments and let me know if I can retire this hand, soulmates. I've been doing the Vanna White now for 3 years. We going to the 4th year.
Vanna's been doing it for 30.
Oh, well, you got a point.
If you want to be specific, it's actually more of a Price is Right hand because Vanna just touched the letters. We did all of this. That was us. So it's kind of funny that you told that we copied someone. That was what we did in 1999.
And that's the read. Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
Lord, you too.
The lame-ticity of it all.
And we copied. We ain't copied shit, a damn thing. Okay. Anyways, how was y'all's Halloween weekend? I know Al was in a costume one day.
Oh, I've been in a costume every day since Friday. Friday, I was light-skinned Jesus, which I was last year on the show. Yesterday, I was an Afro, like a Black Panther monk. And last night, what was that, Saturday? Yeah. And last night, I was a Black Panther.
Oh, okay. Did you get your party on?
Did I? Whew. Like you said, Claudia, it never lets you down here. It was a lot of fun, a lot of nudity.
You were in LA. You went to the one on Santa Monica Boulevard.
That's not until Tuesday, but yeah. But I was doing parties all weekend. Oh my God. Let me give a shout out. I forgot to give a shout out to Wiz Khalifa. Man, thank you for the invite. He did an amazing job. I wish I could have brought pictures. He set up his whole house to be like a haunted house. So your entrance was like all these skeletons, and they were like bigger than life skeletons that you walk down this row. He had a full staff. He had food stations, drinking stations, hookah stations. He had karaoke, who we turned it out at the end of the night. He actually participated in karaoke. His kids were there. His friends were there. A couple of artists were there, and Amber Rose was there with their young son. Thank you, Wiz. I will come every year as long as you have it.
Did he invite you to his house? Or
it was like.
Or did you go with Amber? I'm trying to get some tea here. I'm trying to get tea. What's happening?
Amber was there. She sang a couple of songs as well, but no, I think he was with his other significant other, if I'm not mistaken. But listen, I'm not there to catch the tea on this one. I was just simply an attendee at an amazing party.
Okay. Hey, we trying to get the tea on this show. That's what the name of the show is called. Q, did you do anything for I know you're not really into
Y'all know I'm a grouch. I didn't do anything. I'm so disconnected from this holiday that I didn't realize that this weekend was the weekend that everybody was dressing up. So when I went to the bar on Friday, I walked in and everybody was in costume and I looked totally out of place, which was fine because I didn't care to dress up. But I'm so disconnected from Halloween. I really don't like this holiday.
Yeah.
I'm usually more, I get my motivation last minute what to be. And I like to be, I usually like to get something from the political realm, the political world. But I'm just so over it, with the war and everything. I'm just not really into it. But I'm trying to because I don't want to let the folks down because I always do a goofy, silly costume. I thought about being Miss Kitty, Dwight Howard's friend. I don't know if I could pull that off though. Everyone's all sensitive about you.
How do you know what Miss Kitty looks like?
Oh, the
picture on my Instagram.
Oh, y'all send it to me. Send me a picture of Miss Kitty.
She got one of them Indianapolis wigs, some short cuts, with a little swoop, and a black lingerie and some kitten heels. So I think
right now.
Huh? What you say?
That's what Miss Kitty looked like.
I'm sending it to Al right now.
I want to see it.
All the soulmates, go on my Instagram page. You can see what Miss Kitty look like. Miss Kitty look like her name. Put it that way. All
Miss
right.
Kitty looked like Miss
Okay, let me
Litterbox.
see. But because why were they saying that Miss Kitty looked like a man dressed in a?
Look at your
She
phone.
was,
that is
child, but
definitely.
let's get
That
into
is,
this doggone show. We'll talk about Miss Kitty on the
Like
commercial.
I said,
Okay.
Miss Kitty looked like Miss Litterbox, a hot ass mess. Okay, you see the picture. Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Halloween, soulmates. If you want your Halloween costume to be featured in our Halloween version of Hit or Miss, let us judge your costume. Make sure you send your name, hometown, and a photo of your costume to tgif@foxsoul.tv. All right, y'all. Drinking or not drinking? What's happening?
Not drinking. I did not unlock my better self this weekend. I did not. I fell off the wagon, y'all. Y'all pray for me. I need support. I'm calling on all the soulmates. I fell off the wagon bad this weekend, y'all. Bad. So I'm in here drinking sweet tea.
And to the soulmates, and Al, you can co-sign. It ain't that he falls off the wagon. It's he don't rock with us drinking on the show. He drinks every night outside of us.
Right, exactly.
So that's really what it's about.
There's no wagon. He's always on that wagon.
It's an Amtrak train at this point. It's just like an ongoing train that he's on. Al, you drinking?
Yeah, you know me. I'm doing my buttery Chardonnay. I actually get a lot of questions about the buttery Chardonnay in my inbox. I've gotten like maybe 15 so far, and I've tried to share with people my favorites. But yeah, buttery Chardonnay gets you exactly where you need to go.
All right. I'm not drinking tonight. Today's my first day trying intermittent fasting again because I don't want to get on Ozempic again. So I'm trying to be natural. Why do they keep saying in the chat I should be Nene Leakes for Halloween? I think she'll take. Won't she take that as shade if I did that? She'll probably take that as shade. I'm not gonna do that.
But wait a minute, Claudia. You hit big this weekend. I want to hear about that story at the casino.
We got a show to do.
Oh. Well.
They posted us in the chat. We gotta go to the topics.
When we hear you talking about your stuff, you
all right.
My stuff is actually interesting.
Oh, Claudia.
I turned 1,000 into 9,000.
I'm talking about his ass. Stay out of this, Claudia, because he can make me cuss his ass out on this damn show.
Wait, my stuff is interesting too. It's just not like as interesting as you all's. Mine is more business related and
anyway, we gotta go to these topics.
Okay, they cussing us out in the chat. Let's go. Let's get to work. Okay, before we start the show, we'd like to send our condolences to the family and friends of actor Matthew Perry. Perry, who was best known for playing Chandler in the sitcom Friends, tragically passed away after drowning at his LA home. I'm not going to you first, Funky, because I already saw your Instagram page. We're going to go to Al. Do you have anything to say, Al?
Oh, I felt this was very, very tragic. We know that he drowned in his jacuzzi. We also know that there's an interesting statistic that about 300 people a year die in their jacuzzi. And a lot of times it is not always drug related or something like that. A lot of times it's the overheating from the temperature of the jacuzzi. And depending on your medication and depending on what you're doing, you can kind of pass out and fall in and drown. So we can't wait to see what the autopsy says. Right now they're saying that there's no drugs or alcohol involved, but we'll know after after the autopsy. And just in general, he hasn't been looking good lately. So, I don't know what he was going through, but I do 110% send my condolences to him and his family.
All right, Q, what do you think? Should I go on to the next? I think I should.
Condolences to the family of
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry.
Okay. Well, TMZ, people were criticizing TMZ. They were saying they were already mentioning the substances that were allegedly found there. So people were kind of mad, like, can we let it play out? But I'm sure we will give y'all the updates as we find out.
Y'all know good and goddamn well that man overdosed in that damn water and drowned. Okay. Y'all know that's allegedly. Y'all know, because stop playing with me. They were so quick to spray Whitney Houston business and have Whitney all laid out. Now all of a sudden they want to protect him. That man already did an interview and said he was taking 55 pills a day. Okay, he has a history with substance abuse. Ain't nobody damn dumb. He 54 years old. If his ass was hot and overheating, he'd have got his big overgrown ass out that damn jacuzzi. That y'all know. Y'all see when the toxicology come back. The toxicology gonna say everything it need to say. That damn man overdosed and drowned in that damn pool. Go on to the next thing, Claudia.
Oh, that is true. They were quick to release Whitney Houston's team. Let's get into some topics, shall we?
Let's go.
Gonna be one of them days, huh? I see what we do. Okay. Blac Chyna recently shared her thoughts on how she felt betrayed by her ex, Tyga, and by the Kardashians when the rapper started dating Kylie Jenner. Now, while discussing her past friendship with Kim, Chyna said, and then her little sister started talking to Tyga, which was kind of crazy because she was underage. And then everybody came at me, started attacking me. It's like nobody's seen the betrayal that was going on behind my back. What are your thoughts on the backlash that Chyna received during that time? Because they did actually, it seemed like it was her fault. The way people were acting. Q, what do you think?
You know what? The backlash that she received at that time definitely was unfair, but you got the master marketer puppeteer, which is Kris Jenner, plus the social media power and the media leverage of all of the Kardashian clan put together against one little Blac Chyna, or whatever the case may be. Now, I will say this. She's got the right to tell her story, and I know she's doing a rebranding and all of this. I just don't know that I'm ready to relive all of this Chyna, Rob, Tyga, Kylie stuff. And who am I to tell somebody they can't tell their story? But I just don't think we want to hear this stuff anymore. Like we kind of over them, the Kardashians, and all of this drama.
Well, I know Al probably wants to hear it because he'd be here for the shenanigans. Al, what do you think about this? So you want to hear about it?
Exactly. You know, I love Blac Chyna. I have to disagree with Funky on this, and let me share with you why. She's going through a rebranding, and she's trying to reposition herself. And you know, have you ever been where there's this? This is a prime example of me of when you're going through something at one point in your life, and then it was ugly at that point, and then finally it pays off for you later on. Well, this is paying off for her. This is buying into the narrative that her and her lawyer have come up with. She is showing that she is not only in need of cash, but she is also telling that father has exhibited poor behavior to the extent of dating underage women, which makes those children at risk. And I find it brilliant. I find it smart, and I find it strategic. And it also matches this other narrative that she has going on, that she needs money and that she's selling her clothes. She's doing exactly what they told her to do. She's rolling it out exactly how she's supposed to do it. And so far, we are buying this whole narrative around Blac Chyna going through some bad stuff, and she needs help. And hopefully this will help her win that case.
I know we get sick of people about hearing people's stories, but I try to put myself in their shoes because we may be sick of it, but she never got a chance to really tell her side. She just kind of took the L's because she had a different persona back then, an image, right? She was a party girl. She was kind of getting in trouble. There was all these kind of scandalous stories about her. And now she's kind of cleaned it all up. Not kind of, she has. So now she's like, you know what? Now that the air is clear, I'm not high, I don't got feelings on my face like that anymore. Let me tell what really went down. And I do think that Tyga does not get enough smoke for dating a 16-year-old girl. Let's be clear. Right. It just went by like, oh, Tyga and Kylie, she was 16 when they started kicking it. And like, it almost was celebrated at the time. And in Chyna, she was the big, bad, bitter Black girl that was a stripper that has no class. But really, Tyga is the one that had no class, going with the 16-year-olds who was like, they were all, and then again, I would feel very betrayed because her and Kim were friends. Her little sister gets with her fiance.
And she brought him in, right. And he brought, remember, she brought him into the Kardashian fold.
If this was any other people, we would have been vilifying the right people. I think the right people. Funky, we got any good comments in there?
Yeah, we do. So Epic Jackson said, Blac Chyna is another one we need to leave in 2023. Sierra Thompson said, why isn't Tyga being called out for being a predator? And Key Webb says, Blac Chyna just needs to come out with a book and get your money up. And you know what, Key Webb, you know what else she need to do? She need to move. I'm sorry. If you're going to have a very hard time soliciting sympathy from me when somebody has a $22,000 mortgage or $22,000 rent. Like it would seem to me.
Oh, so you mean move out of our house?
If you need to move, yes, baby.
Yeah,
you need to move. You need to move. If you coming up with $22,000 every month to pay rent, you don't have a money problem. You don't have a money problem. You have a preference problem. You have a lifestyle problem. You have a out of touch with reality problem. But you don't have a money problem, baby, when you making $22,000 rent or mortgage payments.
She's trying to make her point though that she wants that dad to put some money in. That's why. That's
right.
And we all know. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Think about what Rob lives in. It's not a $1.5 million home, I can promise you that. Think about what Tigger lives in, or Tyga. It's not a $1.5 million home, right. I promise you that. And that child, both of those kids are required to live the exact same lifestyle. Their lifestyle is not supposed to change because of the divorce. So, hey, she's got an argument. I can't wait to see how this plays out in the courts.
And I really like how she talks. She comes off, she's very like, I don't mean to sound, I don't want to sound like white people say about Black, they're very articulate, speak so well. But I enjoy listening to her speak. I really do. I think she expresses herself really good. So people in the chat were saying, oh no, the age of consent, it was legal in California at 16. I just looked it up. The age of consent is 18 in California. That's what they were doing it, right? Weren't they in California?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's right here, y'all. It's right there. Okay, y'all. Coming up next, find out why a Spelman graduate is receiving backlash, and later, find out what we would do in spooky situations. We'll be right back.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
You did not just tell me about the word Riz.
Riz! I gave y'all free Riz.
McMillan and Mara.
When you want to meet a woman or meet a guy, say something about the space.
Yeah.
And see how they respond.
Every Thursday.
Because if the person can't respond to an observation about the space that's clear, you talking to a dummy. Or someone you might take home, but not to your mama. And you know what I'm saying.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers. The Sisterhood of Women in Tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
Welcome back to TGIF. I was looking at the age of consent in California and other places. Tyga, you can go to Nigeria. The age of consent there is 11 to 12. Sorry, I know, bad joke. I'm just saying, if you want to really do that, there's places where it's okay. All right, a Spelman graduate by the name of Nanny is receiving mixed reviews after partnering with Nike to design its first ever sneaker collaboration with the HBCU. One person wrote, "I ain't even gonna hold you, but Spelman, these sneakers are trash." Another person added, "Y'all missing the whole concept. The shoes represent the HBCU Spelman, designed by an alumna. That's it." And another wrote, "Black girl magic, but she want to be a boy." Damn. What are your thoughts on this historic moment, Al?
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm really enjoying these activations that these major designers are doing around HBCUs, because what they've highlighted and understood is that African Americans spend more money on shoes and clothes than everybody else. And that if you start the activations and the consumer early, you'll get them all the way for the next 60 or 70 years. brilliant idea. We saw that Ralph Lauren did this exact same partnership, and they did it with Morehouse and Spelman, and they sold out on the first day. And with the Spelman shoe, it's a Nike shoe. I'm a little bit off center as a brand manager. I don't know how many women are wearing Nikes like that. And I think it was short-sighted, but I think it's a great opportunity to highlight an African-American female designer, and that I've got to applaud Nike for doing.
All right. Q, are you going to be rocking these sneakers?
I don't like the aesthetic of the sneaker, but that doesn't mean it's a bad sneaker. You know, as with anything, art, fashion is all subjective. I may not find it cute. Somebody else may find it cute. So that's not the commentary that I'm going to make. All in all, I think that this is excellent. And as we were going over the stories before the show, I was thinking to myself, how cool would it be, like, going to freshman orientation on an HBCU campus, and like everybody's got on their college gear, everybody's got on the same sneaker that represents your college. Like I think it's dope. I can't wait to see a FAMU shoe. I know a FAMU shoe has got to be coming soon. I would love to see when people go to the classic FAMU versus Bethune, all the Bethune students have their shoes on in alumni fam. I think it's a great idea that can create a long-lasting partnership and customer base for Nike.
Supposedly there's already a FAM shoe.
Okay.
True. In the chat, Fan of Five says, Q better buy a pair since he bought them dirty, homeless-looking Converse. Well, those Balenciagas, they were like a design.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's about time they're doing this. I mean, HBCUs they didn't just come out now. They've been around for a while. All right. Former NBA player Joe Smith is beyond angry after finding out his wife has an OnlyFans page. Check this out.
I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course I'm mad I'm just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my body?
I did a little research on her today. I've seen some of her former work. I don't know if y'all have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Joe has every right to be upset, Funky? Who wants to go first? I'm sorry.
Now, let me take this real quick. Let me tell you something. I put her ass out my house, and I'm going to tell you why. Not because of the OnlyFans, whatever. For the simple fact that she's got to be over 40, near 50, based on appearance, and I'm not being shady.
51.
Okay. What 51-year-old woman, wife, and especially wife of a celebrity has their phone on recording while you're having a spat with your spouse? For that reason alone, her ass would have to get the hell out of my damn house. We are not equally yoked. Now, what I find concerning about this is that, you know, he must be on a fixed income, because when the argument goes on, she was making it seem like there are things financially that she wants to do and she doesn't have the resources to do them. So she had to go out and get money. And that's unfortunate, because when you think of somebody being with an NBA player, I don't know how long he played or how good he was. That's just how gay I am. You would think that money just would not be a problem. She could go do the Marjorie Harvey thing. So the fact that she's saying she has to do OnlyFans, you know, it screams that maybe their money is real funny, but I'm just not used to 51-year-olds recording marital spouse. And I honestly, y'all, I'm leaning towards the fact that maybe this is a skit, or maybe this is a marketing vessel to get people to watch her OnlyFans. I just refuse to believe old people are arguing and then posting the argument on social media.
It might be because look, Joe Smith was a first-round draft pick. He was played since '95, and he went through $67 million. Now they said that he was on a show recently that Alex Rodriguez helps out athletes that have come upon hard times. She's a former porn star, and Al, I'm sure you've seen this. I watched one of her videos today. It was average. Al, what do you think about this?
Listen, I think whether it's a skit or not, he has every right to be upset, but not at his wife for having a OnlyFans page. He should be upset that he married a porn star who wants to go back to her original career to make ends meet. Hey, what's the problem? You met her on the videos having sex with other people. Allegedly now she's just having sex with toys. What is the issue? And the other side of this is, like Claudia said, he went from a #1 draft pick to this, and they're having financial problems. And if this is going to help with the financial problems, I do think the least she could have done was have a conversation with him. But I don't think that's what he's upset about. What he's upset is that he thought he made a hoe a housewife, and that housewife is turning back into a hoe.
You know, it's hard to believe that this is real.
Yeah.
Like, if you are a porn star, right? I can't even call it porn star. Like I said, I watched some videos today. I was like, ugh, I only watched one. I was like, this is boring. And someone says, I'm going to overlook that and marry you in such a judgmental society that we have when it comes to women. Like, people usually say stuff like, oh, you can't make a hoe into a housewife. Yeah, we're supposed to make male thoughts and male whores into kings. Listen, that's a whole nother argument for a whole different day. But at the end of the day, he did say, you're the one I want to marry. I want to take a chance on you. I think it's very disrespectful for you to then do something like this behind your husband's back. And, you know, I rock with women when I feel that they're right, and I'm going to call them out when I think they're wrong. I think this is, if it was not a skit, sis, you dead wrong for this. You know, you have to know even if your man's a former player from how many years back, someone's going to find this. And if it's not fake, humiliate the hell out of him. Like, you never want to put your mate in a position where they're humiliated and they're going to find out online and not from you. And I'm sure if you guys are having really bad financial problems, he knows your past of being a porn star. He's got to be more open than most men anyways. So if you had a conversation with him and said, look, babe, I'll only do self stuff, or I'll change my whatever, he may have been down. He married your ass. And then y'all was also on say yes to the dress. So he's okay with you being out there, right? I just think you fumbled by doing this. And then are you trying to emasculate him? Like, my body, my choice. That is not the attitude to have with someone. They find you. You should say, I'm sorry, let me turn my camera off. Let's talk about it. I think she's dead wrong for this. I think that was super whack, and I can't condone it. And your videos are trash, sis. I think I'm more mad about that, because I do watch a little porn from time to time.
So nasty. But Cash Green said at this junction in life, she should have everything she needs. She's giving greedy attention seeker. And Kara Z said, this is a very good comment from Kara Z. She said, Shawnee line is always open. She better call Shawnee and go in there and get to fighting with Jackie Christie now. That's honest.
I would definitely watch them on Basketball Wives now, because now I never knew about her. But if anyone is curious and want to go see her videos, her name is Jasmine. Hold on. She got the porn name here. I'm sorry. My phone just locked up on me because my phone's not letting me be great right now. I'll be messy. But anyways, there's a few videos. There's only like 3 of them. Her porn name was Yasmin Penn Davis. Yasmin Penn Davis, if you want to see. It's a little foursome scene that she did with Marcus and White Boy, this other girl.
Penn Davis, honey. You can tell the girls that never watched Paris is Burning. It's Penn Davis.
Oh, I'm sorry. You watch a better quality caliber of porn than I do.
No, Paris is Burning is the great gay documentary.
Yeah, I don't watch. I'm not gay. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. You're right. I didn't watch it. All right. Oh my God. Here goes my mother calling my phone. Hold on. All right. It seems like interest in being gay is at an all-time high, according to a recent study. Culture Currents Institute reported that Google searches for phrases questioning sexuality and gender, such as "Am I gay?" and "Am I lesbian?" have increased by 1,300% over the years. Are you guys surprised?
You surprised, Al?
Am I surprised?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm not surprised. One, we have a more progressive society as a whole. Plus, you got to think the political states, where the super conservative religious, they are the ones who we've learned from this study are the ones that's doing the most Googling, like the Utahs, the Oklahomas, those types of states. And they are, Googling to see where do they fall on the spectrum, if they're on the spectrum at all, after you read the report a little bit more detailed. I think the searches are not confirmations. I think they're curiosity for understanding of what gay is defined as and what lesbian is defined as.
Right. Q, what do you think?
I found it, Al mentioned a very funny thing. I found it funny that on just about every list of measurement, Utah came in number 1.
Right.
It's the state where people, and for those of you guys who don't know why this is important, Utah has a big Mormon population, very conservative, and it's giving a bunch of repressed sexually people That's what it's giving me. And it's funny because I kind of, in the midst of these searches, I feel bad for these people who live in these repressive environments where they can't be themselves. And that was the more sensational thing for this study of me. The Utahs, the Oklahomas, the places, the Mississippis, the places like that rang highest on the search.
And then also, Claudia, we found on the search that in media, we're using words like pansexual. We're using words like fluid. We're using words like bisexual. And those aren't usually terms that are incorporated in those conservative states. They're either gay or they're straight. They're gay or they're lesbians. So people really want to know, like, is gay bisexual? Are you gay if you're bisexual? Are you gay if you're fluid? Are you gay if you're pansexual? Are you gay if you're cisgender?
I think this kind of can go towards deading the argument a little bit that exposure somehow makes you gay. I would tend to argue that repression makes you more curious. I remember when I was running track and, as a teenager, and one of the girls on my track team, her parents were super, super, super strict with her. Like, they were like, didn't let her do like even reasonable things as a teenager. She ended up being like the biggest hoe on the track team because the thing that they told her not to do the most, she got curious. Whereas the people that just was like, just kind of normal kind of upbringings, it was like, it is what it was. It wasn't so taboo, Anyways, all right. Coming up next, we have your tea fact of the day. And later, find out what we would do in spooky situations. Keep it locked.
You did not just tell me about the word Riz.
Riz.
Oh,
I gave y'all free Riz.
McMillan and Mara.
When you want to meet a woman or meet a guy, say something about the space.
Yeah.
And see how they respond.
Every Thursday.
Because if the person can't respond to an observation about the space that's clear, you talking to a dummy. Or someone you might take home, but not to your mama. And you know what I'm saying.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
TGIF.
Al and I, battle of the cleavage. Who got the sluttiest shirt on tonight? I say Al wins.
Live and interactive.
Curvy girl said, Claudia's showing us her white side today. Coming to work with that wet hair. No, I had to do a test in a pool today.
Serving up all the tea.
Funky, how's the dating life going?
It's going to the next thing.
No, the phonies want to know.
I'm like Oprah and Stedman. Y'all will never get my real business. So
on Fox Soul.
Welcome back to TGIF. Listen, before we get to this show's the topics, we like to share some of our life. So, Funky, you had housekeepers come to your house. I cannot believe how much they charge you down there. You need to move to Texas.
So listen, you guys know I had the surgery in the foot. I hadn't cleaned the house in a while, just disorganized. And I finally got a referral from a friend for a new housekeeper. Child, Spanish Fish walked into my house. She said, oh. I said, Mommy, I know it's bad.
Wait, what did she say?
She said, oh. I said, Mommy, I know it's bad. I said, I got ready for the gym. I said, how much you going to charge me, Mommy? She said, oh, you want cleaning, laundry, and organized? I said, yeah. She said, oh, give me $800. And I felt like she was shortchanging herself. So I said, you know what, Mommy, I'll give you $1,000. I'll say this. She cleaned Friday for 8 hours, She cleaned today for 8 hours, and then she's going to come back and do my room tomorrow. Or
I want to make the money you make. That's all I know. I want to make the money.
But then after that, she's just 125 after that.
I'm wondering how goddamn dirty your place was.
Right.
It was messy. I'll send you the video. It was messy. But really, what she's paying for, y'all know I got a bunch of clothes. The laundry, and it's the organization piece. That's the piece where all the time is going. Like, she's a master organizer, so that's really where the money.
And you say it's spotless now, like
yeah, it's a model home now.
Oh, that feels so good. Well, Texas, our housekeepers, my house as big as it's $150, but they come every 2 weeks. But they don't have to do much because I keep it pretty clean. You know what I mean? Like, they're not doing the clothes like they're doing over there. Oh wow. 800. Okay. All right, y'all. We can all agree that social media tends to resurface some of the most random facts in pop culture history. So it's only fair that we unpack those facts in our T fact of the day. All right, I'm sure you guys remember Britney Spears' hit song "Baby One More Time," right? Is that a bop? Y'all like it?
Yeah,
I remember it.
Okay. Well, according to
baby. One more time.
Well, according to the producer of the song, Max Martin, he originally pitched the record to the Backstreet Boys and TLC, but both groups turned down the offer. That's when Max decided to play the demo for Britney Spears, who immediately fell in love with a song that would make its way to the #1 spot on Billboard's Hot 100 list. What are your thoughts on the T fact of the day? Al, what do you think?
Hey, Max Martin is the man. He happens to be a producer that I'm very familiar with. He has more number one hits as a producer than anyone in the game. More than Quincy Jones, more than Timberland, more than Dr. Dre, more than Babyface. 25 #1 songs topped the charts consistently since 1998 to 2023. You're right, he's responsible for the TLCs, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, the bubblegum popcorn movement, and today he's responsible for The Weeknd, Ariana Grande, as well as who else does he work with now? Justin Timberlake.
Right. Q, what do you think?
You know, I'm glad TLC turned this song down. Although they could have killed it, I think "Hit Me Baby One More Time" would have been just a little too white for their urban flavor. And T-Boss was quoted saying she was not finna say "Hit Me Baby One More Time." She was like, TLC was about women empowerment, and there was just no way you want to get her to say "Hit Me Baby One More Time." Although I think you doing too much, T-Boss, with that. I mean, it didn't mean literally. But hearing that he pitched this song to the Backstreet Boys, to your point, Al, being responsible for that bubblegum pop movement, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Maya, Pink, any of those characters from that time could have killed that song. I think the Backstreet Boys could have killed "Hit Me Baby One More Time" as well.
And then you got to remember, this is the funny part about it. He's from Sweden, so he had broken English, so he wasn't really saying "Hit Me Baby One More Time." But they thought it was saying "Hit Me Baby One More Time," and
what was he saying?
He was saying it was like whatever it was.
"F me baby one more time."
He gave it to Britney, and Britney kind of like
"F me baby one more time."
Right, something.
I can see that being a hit. That could be a vibe. Okay,
they're gonna lock her ass up one more time. On to the next thing, Claudia.
All right, let's get back to some more topics. Okay. Y'all, Flavor Flav was not here for the hate. He responded, "I can't live my life worried about what people might say about me, but a sure failure if you stop trying." Now, what did y'all think about his rendition of the national anthem? And that was such a unique idea. Like, I would never have thought Flavor Flav plus national anthem. Q, what do you think?
I got to be honest, I didn't see it. I saw the backlash, but I did not see the anthem. Did he rap it or did he sing it?
Well, Claudia, he sang it. Claudia, that doesn't make much sense. Flavor Flav is a music prodigy. He learned how to play the piano by himself. He knows how to play 28 instruments. Not only does he know how to sing, he just hasn't done it for a while, but Flavor Flav, he played 15 instruments. That's right. But he conducted an orchestra, a symphony orchestra of 28 strings. He is a music prodigy that we just don't know. We don't know him for that. We know him for Public Enemy. We know him for Flavor Flav, the incredibly crazy TV reality show that I would say that he changed the projection of reality television and made many stars from that. And he also used to take vocal lessons. He had a couple of riffs in there. I just think the next time he does it, he needs to practice a little bit harder because this man is a musical star from the bottom of his toe to the tip of his head.
Let me tell you who it was better than. It was better than Fergie's. It was better than Carl Lewis's. If you ever get a chance, please Google.
This was horrible.
He said, uh-oh.
Roseanne's was bad too.
I think hers was intentionally bad.
Yeah.
In bestiality news, y'all, a married man in Washington State has been busted after attempting to hire a prostitute to engage in a threesome with him and a miniature horse. Al, can you believe this? The man allegedly wrote the following message to the woman. I want to watch a girl bleep the miniature horse that I have while sitting on my male bleep. Al, what do you, because Al, I know you into some crazy stuff, Al, but what do you think about
some freaky
story?
stuff? But I just, first of all, okay, there's a couple of things about this story that really confused me. Number one, why in the hell does he want a woman to ride him while she is eating the female horse out? That right there took me. Yeah. That took me all the way out. The second thing I want to know is, why did he get arrested if it never happened and no money was exchanged?
Well, you know what? It says the man has been charged with patronizing a prostitute and attempted animal cruelty. So, I'm guessing...
That seems like a very weak case to me. But regardless, it's disgusting, it's nasty, it's gross. I mean, come on, he should be thrown under the jail. But he didn't do anything wrong, technically. He was online, he solicited a prostitute.
Oh, that's wrong. Soliciting a prostitute is wrong.
Yeah, but I thought you had to pay the prostitute.
They said patronizing. He was moonlighting with her. I guess that's enough.
I thought you had to meet the prostitute. Hey, this is a good one for the soulmates. I thought to get arrested for prostitution or soliciting a prostitution, you have to meet the prostitute and you have to take them to where the engagement is going to happen. Somebody get down in that chat and let me know if I'm right or wrong about that.
It's funny because I've never been into the animal thing. I can't even bring myself to watch that type of porno or anything. However, let's just, for the sake of argument, pretend like my mind did want to go there. I could understand, somebody wanting to play with the animal phallus. But to want a woman to stick her face in the vagina of a horse and lick around and her hair from side to side.
Like what? Where is that?
Begin, and I love oral sex, but I could only begin to imagine what the inside of a horse vagina smells like, looks like.
Oh, shoot, that's nasty.
Claudia, what's your thoughts on this?
That's nasty.
Okay. Back when the internet first came out, I looked at a lot of wild stuff online. There was a video of a guy that actually died from having sex with a horse called Mr. Horse. Mr. Hands, look it up. It's very hard. It was in Washington State. It was legal. The penis was the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was 3 feet long. A horse's vagina has got to be that and a little bit more.
No, she's a little teeny horse.
Okay, so maybe her vagina's 1.5 feet deep. 1.5 feet deep. And you want a woman to put her face in that. Can you imagine?
The smell and the taste.
The juices.
Y'all are gross.
The horse ain't washing and douching.
You guys are gross.
Not that douching is good for you, but There's enough people out there before you get bored to start messing with animals. Oh, Tricky said smells like fish, Q. I don't know what it smells like.
I don't know. It smells
It's Halloween. Why don't he just get a bigger woman to dress up in a horse outfit? That would have been more fun.
I really don't like humans anymore. I really, the more we do stories, the more I'm like, I don't like you people anymore. Not y'all, but just humans. They're just gross. Okay, keep it locked because coming up next, I want to spit right now. We're gonna find out what we would do in spooky situations that can't be worse than that horse thing. And later, we are playing a fun game of Emoji Me This. Keep it locked and leave them little baby horses alone. Miniature horses. We'll be back.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
TGIF.
Al and I, battle of the cleavage. Who got the sluttiest shirt on tonight? I say Al wins.
Live and interactive.
Pervy girl said, Claudia's showing us her white side today, coming to work with her wet hair. No, I had to do a test in a pool today.
Serving up all the tea.
Funky, how's the dating life going?
It's going to the next thing.
No, the phonies want to know.
I'm like Oprah and Stedman. Y'all will never get my real business. So
on Fox Soul.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
My mom wanted my life to be better than what she had as a kid. When I became a mom myself, I feel like my whole world changed. You don't have to be a climate scientist to want to protect the earth. You always want the next generation to have something better than what you had.
I'm sorry about that last story. We just, like I said, you the people pick what y'all may trend. So it ain't us, it's on y'all. All right, welcome back to the show. Soulmates, have you ever thought about how you would handle yourselves if you were placed in the middle of an unexpected situation? Well, we'd like for you to chime in our Halloween version of hashtag, what would you do? All right, y'all, what would you do if you and your significant other were being chased by Jason from the Friday the 13th franchise? Would you leave them behind and save yourself? Or would you sacrifice your life to protect them? Let me go to the chat and see why y'all answering these questions. Al, what would you do? You going to leave them behind and save yourself, or you going to sacrifice yourself to save them?
Who am I saving?
Your significant other.
Yeah, no, I would stay behind and fight.
You stay behind?
I would stay behind and fight.
Okay.
Not me, girl. Not me, girl. Bitch, if you get with me, you better know how to fight and shoot. I'm sorry, my fight or flight response will kick in, and I would be in survival mode. Bitch, if you can't keep up, Jason gonna get your ass. But I don't have children. I repeat, I do not have children, so I don't think that I'll be laying my life on the line for any damn body.
People saying leave them. Shell Well said run. People still kind of tripping about that horror story. Said never again talk about them horses ever again. Why I gotta die. Keith Splash and said track star. They leaving. Bye. Save myself. Damn. Okay. Christine R said I would stroke out and die. Okay. All right, what would you do if a trick-or-treater cursed you out for handing them candy instead of money on Halloween? Would you curse them out back or politely apologize for the inconvenience? Of course, Q, when it comes to cursing out kids and fighting them, I'm going to you first.
I cuss their little ass out and I knock that damn bucket out their hand. That's what I do. Candy will be all over that damn front porch. It'll be Tootsie Rolls all up and down that damn walkway. Y'all know that's one thing I don't play with is no loudmouth, disrespectful ass kids. And I don't care whose children that they are. I cuss back at kids. I chastise kids in public. I tell kids to stop running when they running through the store. I'm real old school with it. So yeah, I'll probably knock that damn candy out in their hand and cuss their ass back out.
Okay, Al. And chat. Chime in the chat so I can read some of y'all's chats. Al, what would you do? I can't believe people would be that arrogant. Like, you gave me candy instead of money. Money? Is that what they do now? They give money?
I personally would probably take the water hose that's near the front door where I water my flowers, and I'll spray their ass off the lawn.
I would there's no way in hell I'd allow some kid to cuss me out because I gave them one thing. I don't have to give you anything. You're lucky my light was on and I opened the door in these scary times. Let's see, they said, F you, kid, cuss their ass out. I'm leaving. Okay. Yeah, they understand. Yeah. Stay Strong said, I like funky, I fight kids. Okay. You're starting a trend. All right, what would you do if you spotted someone rocking the same costume as you at a Halloween party? Would you strut past them like a bad beat or confront them about, kind of copying you or being in the same costume? Al?
So that happened at Wiz Khalif's birthday party. I had on a Pope and he was a priest. Yeah, I had on a Pope costume and he was a priest. And if I'm not mistaken, the Pope I had on a monk outfit and he was a priest. I think the monk trumps the priest, if I'm not mistaken. So okay. I told him to bow down and I'll pray for him or something like that.
Did he bow down to you?
Yeah, it was fun. It was all fun.
In your monk cape?
Yeah.
On his knees? I'm still trying to get tea from that party now, Al.
He didn't get on his knees.
I feel like there's more tea here. Okay. I'm going to leave you alone. Cute. Someone had the same costume?
Halloween is lighthearted. I'd probably walk up to him and be like, bitch, I ought to throw some fruit punch on your outfit, just joking or whatever. And we probably laugh, and I'd probably end up taking pictures with that person all night long. That's kind of how I would roll in a Halloween situation.
Anthony Hunter said I would join them and have fun. And Monty Brown being messy said, who is was Khalees? And Erica Sally says, nope, take a picture with them and keep moving, have fun. Yeah, okay, strut past them. Okay, all right, mixed reviews. All right, coming up, we're playing a Halloween edition of Emoji Me This. Stay close. And if you want Al to spill more tea, put some teacups in the chat about this party. We'll be right back.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
You did not just tell me about the word Riz.
Riz!
Oh,
I gave y'all free Riz.
McMillan and Mara.
When you want to meet a woman or meet a guy, say something about the space.
Yeah.
And see how they respond.
Every Thursday.
Because if the person can't respond to an observation about the space that's clear, you talking to a dummy. Or someone you might take home, but not to your mama. And you know what I'm saying.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and like jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. Like, he's got to come home with me. Not anything but lonely. Every day with turtle is a perfect day.
Welcome back to the show. Al, no. Don't be texting me stuff like that during the show. Don't say what it is. All right, y'all. Since tomorrow is Halloween, we're going to play a festive game of Emoji Me This and try to guess some popular horror films based on emoji clues. Are y'all ready to play the Halloween edition of Emoji Me This?
Let's do it.
Emoji Me This.
All right, cue. I was going to say cue the music. Cue the music.
You always get these right.
All right, let's see the first emoji clue. Oh, it's a vampire in Brooklyn.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. Look at Al.
Jesus, where was the Brooklyn sign?
Well,
New York.
That was.
Oh, I guess that's supposed to be this. We're supposed to have, okay, we have a black male, female vampire blood, and a Statue of Liberty. Okay, got it. All right, next. Next, we have an emoji that looks surprised, a white female, a telephone, a knife, and blood. Can you guess the horror film?
Scream?
I think that, Fatal Attraction?
No, that's blood. It's an aura.
There's blood. And a phone.
White chick calling somebody.
Oh, Scream. That's Scream, right? That's
think Scream.
What do you think, Al?
I don't know.
Let's see it. Reveal.
Yeah, okay.
Scream, okay. A little struggly there. All right, now we have next one. A piece of candy.
And girl, you can stop talking. Candyman. That's Candyman. They on the Capri Green Project down to the Chicago. Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Okay, next one. We have a white female emoji, a white female running emoji, a white male with a knife, blood, and a house. Can you guess the movie?
Good.
Nightmare on Elm Street? No.
Oh, yeah.
I know what you did last summer, maybe?
I have no idea.
Halloween.
Oh, Halloween.
Y'all should have put some pumpkins in there.
Some
Y'all
jack-o'-lanterns or something.
Y'all trying to play us, make us look dumb. All right. All right, what about this? A film, okay. A clown, red balloon, a cloud with rain, and a white boy.
Is that it? I think
Al,
it's
what do you
it.
think?
I have no idea.
There you go. You got it. Okay.
All
right. The next clue is an animated movie. We have a skeleton, a suit, the moon, pumpkins.
I know this. It's what's this? What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? What's this? There's white things everywhere. What is it called? Crap. What's this? What's this? It's a Tim Burton movie. Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay. Yes. Good job. You're good at this. All right. Last, we have an emoji with a zipper across the mouth, a butterfly, and 3 lambs. Can you guess the film?
Sleeping of the Lamb.
Silence of the Lamb.
Silence of the Lamb. Yeah.
That was loosely based on a true story. Silence
was it really?
Yeah. Well, that and the Chainsaw Massacre films came from another serial killer that they got that stuff from.
Oh,
all right. Well, that was fun. Okay, so listen, tomorrow's Halloween. We have a little bit of time left. We can chit-chat a little bit. Funky, I know you like the Scrooge, but then you're going to show up looking like probably all great. Al, we know you love dress it up. I'm kind of like, I don't have any motivation. I really need some suggestions. Y'all want to give each other suggestions? Al, you got your costume, right? You're all set?
Yeah, I'm set.
So it's me. What would you like to see me and Q do? Do you have any recommendations for us?
I gave you my recommendation.
Q, why don't you be Dwight Howard? I'll be Miss Kitty.
Okay, because that don't require me to put no clothes on. So good.
You're going to make your shoulders look real big, a goatee.
That's a possibility.
What else can we be?
alive, and grateful to be gainfully employed. Y'all get off my line with this Halloween stuff. I just don't have time. I don't like it.
It used to dress up all the time, though.
Yeah,
Right,
it
so
involved a
weird.
check. I used to get paid $3,000 to $5,000
You get a check
every time
now.
I did
You
it.
get paid for this.
You know, I'm real bare minimum these days.
Oh my God. But you pay that maid $800 a house. Okay. Let me thank Al Reynolds and Funky Dineva for doing that thing tonight. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Make sure you watch the repeat tomorrow. Like it. Stay tuned for Fox Soul's Face Up. We'll see you tomorrow. Soulmates, send in your pictures so we can see
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Bye.
Have a
Bye,
good night,
soulmates.
soulmates.